Welcome back, YouTube. I've been getting a lot of comments asking about how low can Dogecoin go and how long is this correction going to last. Now, I've done a number of videos pretty much explaining that this is pretty much normal and it's actually to be expected. But today we're going to look at the history and the charts and see what they have to say. Markets typically rise and fall together. There's a few exceptions, but typically the trends usually follow each other. We're going to look at the trends and apply that to Dogecoin. Dogecoin is relatively new, so we are in uncharted waters, but typically history repeats itself and it'll give us a great idea of those buying opportunities and when we should expect rises. Let's talk about it. Historically, cryptos will rally to an all-time high and then crash by roughly 50 to 80%. I like using Bitcoin and Ethereum because they have the longest history, but historically we can see these in their charts. If you look at the charts, you'll see that historically that 50 to 80% window is normally a buying opportunity. That 30% window is literally the difference between turning a profit and not. I'm not saying that you can't turn a profit, getting in outside of that 30% window, but typically the people that see the greatest benefits are the ones that buy in that window. As far as that Dogecoin or crypto can be down, we've seen evidence that this can last 6 months plus. Like we've seen Bitcoin hit an all-time high and then pretty much crash and stay there for 9 months. So if we look at these charts, we'll see that the down period, as far as it trending down and the resistance levels, and this will pretty much outlie that 30% window I was mentioning. We're going to do the same thing with Dogecoin here, and I'm going to give you some ranges. The reason these ranges are important is because typically investors, history has shown that around that 50% off mark, they typically like to come back in, and that's whales, investors alike, traders. That 50% mark, it normally builds a lot of confidence, and investors come in. For traders and whales, 50% off, that leaves a lot of meat on the bone. So it's just really attractive opportunity. And normally you'll see strong resistance once we get there, which is what I believe we're seeing now with Doge in like the middle 30 range. In my video, Dogecoin's new floor, I called out some floors, which is really about 3 to 4 cents higher than what we're currently trading at right now. So again, that strong resistance is still there, but I'm also going to call out the floors historically for crashes or corrections. So on May 7th, I'll put a chart up here, Dogecoin peaked at around 72 cents. So the 50% window, or the 50 to 80% window would start at about 36%, which is roughly where we're bouncing at around now. So again, history is showing up and showing itself to be true. However, this also means that on the high side of that 30% window, this means that Dogecoin can drop as low as 14.5 cents. I believe while we're seeing some resistance in the mid 30 range is, I explained this better in the Dogecoin's new floor video, but pretty much it went sideways in that margin. And that's where a lot of investors took positions, and that's where they're going to feel comfortable taking, increasing their coin positions as well. We've seen resistance in the mid 30s, both on the rally and also now on the correction. So this is actually like a really sweet spot for Dogecoin. Now, I'm not saying that the coin can't go lower because you can't predict the market. It can absolutely go lower. However, it is unlikely based off of the history. But I do believe that as long as you're in this 30% window, because the charts and history say typically this is the best buying opportunity. So I believe if you're in this window, you're going to be okay. When you're coming off a historic bull run and you're seeing a correction, being able to call floors and being able to jump in as far as like in the sweet spots and turn profits, that is going to be crucial. This, I believe, will help a lot of people because, again, we've seen this over a number of years that this 30% window is typically showing itself to be very rewarding for investors. So in my opinion, if you're looking to increase your coin positions or if you're waiting on a pullback, because I know when Dogecoin was at 60 and 70 cent, people were saying like, oh my God, I need a pullback. I don't want to increase my DCA that much. Now is the opportunity. Also, don't be alarmed if it does go down a little lower. I believe in the next few weeks, we're going to see some money moving around, especially with AMC and that situation happening. So don't be alarmed if you see the market moving around a little bit and some money move out of Dogecoin. It'll come back, trust me, and normally it'll come back with friends. So that is my update. Be prepared for worst case scenario. I don't see this happening as far as it being down like 6 to 10 months, but based off of history, if something like that were to happen, just know that it's completely normal. And it doesn't mean that, oh, it's the end of the cryptocurrency or the end of the crypto world in general. Again, even the top cryptos, they are known for staying down for half a year from their all-time high. So just don't turn paper hands and just stay the course. Also, if you're looking to diversify your platforms, please consider Webull. I have a link in the description. If you open your account with $100, they'll give you 2 free stocks value up to $1,600. And thank you to all of you that are interested in the community I'm building. We're scheduling for a June 1st launch date. So if you're interested, please just let me know in the comments or send an email to nofluff2021@gmail.com. I'll pretty much start communicating with you guys as we get closer to the date and let you know as far as what to expect and a lot of the tweaks, and I'll ask for some feedback there as well. If you're not that active on YouTube, please consider following me on my other social media sites, Instagram at I am David Mitchell Jr. and Twitter at JR David Mitchell. I post there often, I conduct polls there, and I let you know as far as for like upcoming videos, and certainly we can dialogue there as well, just as like we can here in the community section. And as always, I appreciate all of you. We are still headed toward 30K. We are closing in on it. So please continue to share, like the video, and subscribe if you have not. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, and until next time.